Hello, my name's Glenn LeDuc. This is my Ripper, Brillion Ripper. I'd like to sell it. I'm selling it through Farmers and Merchant Seed, my company. And basically I'm just selling this equipment that was mine that I used. This was bought brand new. I've only got about 250 acres run through it, maybe 300. Haven't used it for about 5 years. And the tractor that I use it with, the 3-point hitch don't work. This is a 3-point hitch type of thing, and we don't really, my other tractors are too small to utilize it, and I've got a chisel plow. I just don't really have the need for it on my farming operation. It was bought to save fertilizer. The markers do work. They go with it. And the idea of the markers was when you went down, you could mark it and then drive perfectly straight like you're planting corn. And then when you plant corn, you could drive right on top of these rows then. And so since the groove underneath it, and that was the idea, the concept behind it, but you can do whatever you want. The wheels that control the depth, they're bolted on to adjust that. They got heavy duty 3-point hitch. Being on it. So you need at least a 150 horsepower tractor to pull it. Maybe 200 horse would be better. And I just don't need it anymore in my farming operation. I never had a chance to use it. If you come in closer here, these bolts here, if you do hit something, it breaks the bottom one and this tips back. And so these are the shear bolts. I guess if it's worst case scenario, you shear 2 of them. I've only sheared 1 of them on there. It's also got these rails here to protect this because some people sold them without that and then it wore out the shank. It's got extra wide things on it. And as you can see, they're not used. The disc holters here are spring loaded, and it all works. It all works good. It's all new out there, and I put it on a trailer here because I might take it to one of my farms along the road and put a for sale sign on it. But I'm trying to sell it. I like to get it sold. I want $9,000 for it. If you want to make me an offer, you may. But I have to get something like that for it because this is a lot of steel in this. This thing's pretty damn heavy. It took 2 loader tractors to lift this up to put it on there. And that's about as high as I can lift it. So, I mean, I can get it loaded on a trailer here. But I put it on here because I wanted to clean it and grease it up or whatever. And it was such a nice day, I decided to take a picture of it here now because they're talking bad weather coming here or whatever. So we work and grease it all up and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to have it all greased up and painted up for you, ready to go in the field. So I thought maybe a lot of people that had heavy fields that was flooded and packed down, this is the ideal tool to loosen up the ground without getting a lot of big ridges out in the field, and it helps on the erosion part of it. I did have some clay ground and it worked real good, and I did a test strip with it on corn, and it did increase my bushels on that corn bag. I had really packed ground, so there, because we had a lot of flooding and stuff over the field. So on clay ground or red clay ground, it really works good, but on gumbo, everybody's got a different definition of gumbo, and what I had was something from an oil field. It looked like tar. It just did not want it to work well. So I've got this for sale. You can look on my website, farmersandmerchantseed.com. I've got my cell phone and phone numbers there, and we'll also show this video on my website on that. I'll also have this Wisconsin trailer for sale, and I've got some 2x6s in here, and I've got 4-inch channel iron here for floor. and really it had oak flooring in it, and I took it out because it was getting bad, and I didn't weld it in or bolt it down. I was going to do that part of it so that would be that much stronger, because the 2-inch oak would stick up a little bit higher, and I kind of wanted it smooth here. This trailer here, you need to get all your weight from the back wheels to the front. It is walking tandem axle frame, and see if you can get down into that part of it. And
the middle part?
Yeah, it's got new tires on it. Look at the grid and the tires type of that. It's also had, we don't go very far with it. The idea of this trailer behind this truck was to get our steam engine home from New York. So this trailer went all the way to the state of New York, picked up a steam engine by Niagara Falls and drove it back. It also went to Wisconsin and picked up our wheat binder and come back. If this thing's empty, you know it, and when it's loaded, it pulls real easy. But being empty, it's hard. It seems like this trailer's harder to pull empty. And for me to haul hay, that is not a good trailer. For one, I got to make for sure that I had all of the weight up front. The first time I loaded it up, I loaded it even from the front to the back. And I hit a bump in the road, and I think the back end of this truck came up and moved over. And after that, I made sure all the weight is up front. I only put a couple bales on the back. And then you're coming back with it empty. It was not the most efficient trailer, but somebody has a backhoe or a track hoe on it. It's a gross GVW on the trailer. We can come over here with it. Let's see.
10,800.
That's for all the axles, so that's 26,000. Here it is, gross GVW weight, 27,500 pounds. And it's got it down here on all axles and tires was 12,000. So I carry 12,000 plates. I haven't been going down the highway or anything with it. I've just been using it around the farm here for the last 8 years. We put it behind this truck and we go out in the field and we pick up some bales if we need it. And it's just something that we just don't use anymore, but it's a heavy solid trailer. Also, this is a tilt bed trailer. You loosen this up, this handle here, unscrew that, it slips out. If you have your tractor, as you drive back, the weight will tip this up so it goes flat on the ground. And so you're at an angle here, being on it. So I did put some newer boards in the ramps here. And so you got that down on the ground. They both work to get up over that. And so that just basically give you an idea. There's a lot of steel in here, and I need to have $3,500 for it. I'm getting kind of to the point where I'm wondering if it can be sold for steel for $3,500. So the tires are new. I've got some older ones that I'll throw in case you need some spares. I always kept some of the older tires. They're my biggest problem with the tires due to the fact our roads have a high crown and they wear out the inside of the part there. And actually you can kind of see it, that one tire's worn a little bit from the crown of the road. So it doesn't take much to wear out tires on this farm because of we have slag in the road and a crown, and the wheels drive up on top of this crown, and that's been hard on the front end of the cars, the trucks, basically, you know, all of our equipment and stuff. So it doesn't surprise me that our farming operation goes through about $6,000 worth of tires a year on the farm here every year almost. But we've cut down on driving with our trucks and stuff being in it. So basically I'm in the hay part of it. If you're asking about the hay, I supposedly have it all sold. So I don't need to advertise hay. There's a shortage of it. And I've got somebody to take care of different parts of the hay part of it. So thank you, everybody. Look up Farmers and Merchant Seed if you want to buy the Brillion Ripper or the Wisconsin trailer. And you can check it out on Farmers and Merchant Seed. We're going to put this on Facebook. We've tried some other things, so I'm hoping to get this sold as soon as possible because we get busy on other things. I can use the money to fix other things up, and that because we want to make a major improvement on our hay operation. And I need to get rid of some of this stuff because next thing you know, it's sitting around. So thank you.